and it was $14, and it's
Sorry. We are live, I think. Did you get it?
it says live, yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Dee. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Oops, sorry. I have my... Okay, now it's down. I have my phone on, too, so I can see the chat. Because I'm going to try to blow this thing up so I can see everything.
Oh,
Make it big. If I make it big, if I make it maximum, then I can't see any chat. So, good morning, everyone. Although it feels weird for me not to see that. So, I don't know.
It is weird not to see the chat, but I have it on my phone, so, you know. So, anyway, I did not cut my hair off. Don't worry. Back here, up in a bun.
Because it's hot, huh?
Yeah, it's extremely hot today. Yeah. So, hi, how are you?
I'm fine. It's good to be here today. It's unbelievably, we are already 5 days or 4 days into the summer. Half the year, ending up the first half of the year, unbelievably.
Yes. I don't know where it went. I don't
either. But welcome, everybody. It's good to have you guys in. I thank you so much for the chat and whoever already gave a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Please, if you can, go ahead and do that as well. No, I just turned off my own video. Sorry.
I was just thinking I can give you a thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, you can give me a thumbs up. I'll take it. All right. Ravini is here. Granny D, Aisha, Lloyd Gray, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Isella and Denise M, thank you for being here. I am so glad. And for anybody who might just be lurking and not necessarily chatting, welcome. We are so glad that you are here.
Yes, Hook and Stitch Live has been on, 2.5 years, I think? Yeah. Yep. And I know that a couple of people have already emailed me, you're going to be going. And yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just hard with the California, New York time slot here. That is basically not easy to do.
Yeah.
But we're here. We're going to be doing blue hats, right, Kim?
Yep, you guys are going to be doing blue hats, and I'm here to support because I cannot walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. So I decided that I will not try to crochet or knit, but I will sit here and chat and support you and cheer you on as you all hopefully have your glue yarn out and are going for it today. So
yep. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little, well, I usually do. I tell you that we have segments. We have Hooks in Progress, which is our blue hats, obviously, today, right?
Yep.
We have our favorite stitches shenanigans, Hooks handmade classics. I'm doing this from memory today and not reading it. We also have where you hooks events, like you tell us an event that you might want to share that's somebody else's or your own or anything that's going on in the happenings. So basically that is our schedule, and you can come on, and Kim, I think, put a link into the description box as well as she drops the link.
Yep.
Come on and show us what you're working on because we want to see it.
Yeah, come on. Blue hat or not. We love having you coming up on the show, coming on camera with us. Again, you do not have to show your face. You can train your camera onto your project. We just want to see what you're working on. And I really believe it makes the show way more interesting when you guys participate. So please do. And I just wanted to say again, this is the blue hats are for Hat Not Hate. For anybody who didn't know, we kind of said we were going to do that at the end of the last Hook and Stitch Live, that this one would be a Hat Not Hate kind of stitch-a-thon.
Well, that's because we've done it for 2 years and we forgot. So we wanted to make sure we get it in right before,
Yeah, things change. So we actually sort of started with a Hat Not Hate marathon. I think we did that first, and from there, Hook and Stitch Live showed up. So so the link to join us on camera is pinned on top, so please feel free to do so. And let's see. Let's see. Kathy Ann is here. Jody DeGeorge is here. Linda Jean, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Frida, we are so happy you are here. Denisha, so happy to see you. Susie Belford, so glad to have you guys in the house today. Let's get going. Oh, I forgot to say, we are so grateful. I have said that, but we are grateful that you are here. And we know that you guys could be spending your time doing anything, anywhere. There are all kinds of options for you, including other people being live, all kinds of things you could be doing. So we do appreciate that you decided to spend some of your precious time with us. We will always be grateful for that. And we try to create for the last couple of years. Unbeknownst to us, we did definitely start this. We didn't know we were in the midst of the pandemic yet, but that's exactly where we were at. And we definitely wanted this to be a place for chill, chat, and craft, where we put away all the concerns of the world and just really talk about our stitchy, yarny, crafty things. So again,
absolutely, yeah. And we had always done a make along. That's the other thing. And so we are concluding the last shenanigans where you could make any crafty item out of your favorite craft or start a new one or something like that. So
yeah, and people really did jump in with some very interesting things. So I really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, that was kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, I love all things crafty. I just love people making anything, and so I have enjoyed this make along.
Yeah, you usually do.
Yeah,
so we'll get into that halfway through the show about. I don't have a lot to show in that, but I get a little busy. but I am making this hat today. So this is my works in progress, which is hooks.
What I can't do.
In progress. Yeah. It is the cloche hat from Bangle Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I made 4 of them, and I sent them off to their new people that they were supposed to have them for graduation, which they did.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm using this yarn up to make the 5th one, because what the heck, it's blue.
Yeah, do it.
Twist value. I don't want to waste this yarn, right?
No.
Varsity blue.
I like that color. I have some of that.
This is great for anything. This is 380 yards of worsted weight. You got to have it.
Yeah.
For whatever, towels, it doesn't matter.
Yep. Wonderful. And I just gotta, shout out Ravini, who is actually at a water park and still joining us. We really appreciate you. Thanks for being in and out as much as you can, or as little as you can. We're just glad you are here. Thank you so much.
She doesn't want to miss the last, if it's the last one. She doesn't want to miss it. I have a feeling she's always done every challenge, every make along, and I think she was on every show.
Yeah, but I can't imagine it.
I think she was on every show. I'm guessing when we ask for somebody to come on, she's always been there.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, I will drop the link again. It is definitely at the top pinned if you lose it in the chat, but I'll every once in a while put it in the chat. So if you want to come here and show us whatever, it does not have to be a blue hat, guys. And so just come on if you want, and don't forget that oftentimes we have a special prize just for the people who actually came on. So we do a little drawing. You never know when we're gonna do. We haven't done it every show, but you never know. So
yeah, and that could be a way to get on this bracket board behind me too.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So do you have a hooks in progress? Or you want to talk about the blue hats a little bit more?
I do have a hooks in progress, and it, a bunch of, I think it might even been, it was on a live in May. I was doing a live every day. So I can't remember if it was this last hook and stitch or if it was on one of my lives that I did by myself. But we just got to talking about those star blankets. And I remembered that I had, not been successful with the one that I tried to make early on in my crochet career. And so it ended up being something that a bunch of us decided to do as a bit of a make-along with the Crafty Nomad podcast. So it's a long-term kind of thing. It's because I have another make-along coming up, which we'll talk about. But so yeah, we've been doing these star blankets all on my Facebook group. So many beautiful starburst blankets, and so I brought mine to share today to share my progress. I'm using a Karen cake, a big Karen big cake, I think. Yeah, it's a Karen. I'm using. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, stuff is falling. Okay, it's a Karen big cake. I got my little amigurumi stuffy thing here. But anyway, Karen big cake. The colorway is some kind of toffee brickle.
Huh.
And it's so pretty. It's very fall feeling. So I really wanted to do a fall blanket. So I got two of these. This is how much I got left for the first one. And then I'm also combining it with this, which is so not me, by the way, to be doing two colors because I'm going to have to weave in ends. But this is Dark Ivory, the Crafter's Secret Big Idea in Dark Ivory. All right, so that's what I'm using. And I'm using one of these. I'm going to blame D Thompson for letting me know about these Hobby Lobby, the new hooks that they have. And I had to get all of them. And this is really cool. It feels good in my hand. It's a 5mm hook. So, all right. It's a little more universal because these don't have letters on them at all. It just has the millimeters.
What kind of hook
is it? I think it's more like a boy.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen them. Of course, I haven't been to Hobby Lobby to see them.
Yeah, they feel really good. The texture of it is good, but I think if you have big hands, you might have a little. And I do have big hands, but it's okay for me. But it's not a long hook at all. But anyway, so here we go. Alternating with those, I'm doing. Once I did my setup row, I have done 3 rows of the ivory, alternating with 3 rows of the color. And after all that preamble, here we go. Here is mine, which I absolutely love the pattern. I love how it's coming out. I prefer this 12.1 because I want coverage. The idea of 5 didn't appeal to me because you have all those. It's like, I don't know how big I would have had to make it for it to actually cover like I like it coverage. So here is mine. And I love it. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell in this one, but I guess this is all these Karen cakes where they have little bits of the other colors in each one. Like the orange has a bit of the turquoise, and I just love that about these Karen cakes. So yeah, And here's the back. So I have lots of ends that I'm going to have to work with when this is all done. But I still like the look enough to where I felt like it was worth it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you can do those ends the minute you finish that section, girl.
yeah, I decided that I would finish about 12 sections and then, go back and do all the ends. And then, I'll take it a little bit at a time.
Uh-huh. Well, I got to tell you that that is not a brand new idea. And
No, it's
and
not.
I got a pattern with one of those blankets in it with matching sweater and socks. And
Mm-hmm.
what they did was the booties part, they did like your ripple. They
Uh-huh.
did that on the top of the ankle, and
Oh,
that's how
very
it
cute.
matches, and it's so
Very cute.
cute. And then
Yeah.
they did it on the end of the sleeves,
Uh,
so then
nice.
the actual sweater has the ripple through it,
Yeah.
so yeah, that is a really cool layette like that too.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, and it's also I've seen and I'm going to do a lovey with the same.
Oh yeah,
I've seen
that's
that as well.
a
It's
great idea. Uh-huh.
so I definitely plan to do that. Hey, Latoya, good to see you.
Are
So
you
that
gonna
is
do it in the same colors to match?
well, this is not going to be a baby blanket. So I do have
Oh,
some other, I have some of that ice cream yarn that I need to use up. And so I'll probably do another one of these ripples in the ice cream and then do the matching lovey because I think I have at least 3 of each color that I have. So that should be
mhm.
plenty to make a blanket and the lovey because I generally don't end up making the sweater and the hat, but I almost always have given a toy and a blanket when I give a baby gift. So that's what I think I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's like the toy lasts quite a while.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't They don't grow out of it. That's true, but it's
Yeah.
also just because I mostly enjoy making toys, and so
Yeah, I
uh,
know you do. All right, so guess what? In my last Hirschner's mystery pack or whatever I got, they had thrown in a pattern. And guess what the pattern was?
look at that. A star. Wait, is it the middle of it? A circle, like a big circle, or a square?
Yeah, it looks like a big circle, and then you
Okay.
do the waves and it end up being points, and it looks to me like it's 12. It is
Okay.
it
Yeah.
is 12. So there's a 12 point rosette, whatever, round ripple,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was in that mystery pack.
Wow. Wow. It
I'm
just,
so
it's interesting because it isn't, as you mentioned, it's not a new idea. Of course, it's been around. I mean, I clearly made my first star blanket when I first started crocheting. So it
Yes.
was long ago. But it's also quite interesting with this process that everybody is doing, how many people had never really done it. And because it looks,
Yeah.
it looks a little more complicated than it is. It's quite simple.
Yeah.
Even me, like just because the first time I did it, my points did, I probably missed something because I was a new crocheter. So I kind of have just not even thought about doing it again until I saw Lee Mack from it used to be Total Lee. I forgot what. I think it's just Total Lee, but she's a crocheter and pattern designer, and but she was talking about hers and her last crochet update. And I was like, I should try this again, and then
Yeah.
everybody else decided to support me and do it too. But yeah, it's really funny that there's people who've been crocheting for years who had never made one. So it's kind of fun.
Well, this is probably more into the classics when I say these hints, but when you're doing a ripple, the regular ripple, my grandmother always taught me to take a bobby pin, which we now use stitch markers, but a bobby
Mm-hmm.
pin is easier because it just slides in and
Mm-hmm.
slides out.
Mm-hmm.
Put that bobby pin in the top of every ripple on your blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you're sitting in front of TV and you're just going along, you come to a bobby pin and you do it and you put it back.
Yeah.
that would help here too.
Yeah, it makes sense. It totally makes sense.
And it sounds like you're doing something like it's a baby way or a newbie way, but you know what? It's better than ripping out 5 rows when you figured out you screwed up.
Yeah, so anybody can screw up. It doesn't matter. Like if you get distracted, you can be crocheting for 1,000 years. If you get distracted by anything, if stuff is going on in your life, it affects our tension. If we are tense, it affects everything. So that's why that February lady sweater that I just had to put down. I'm like, I just don't have the capacity to keep up with that lace, and everybody told me to put in stitch markers. I don't want to, so I am definitely doing something different with that sweater.
Oh, I didn't realize you were at a standstill with that. I thought you just didn't have time or something.
No, I didn't try. I mean, I pulled it out. I tried to work on it, and I realized that I had made after like 4 rows of the lace, you can really tell if it's actually falling right, and it was not. And so I was like, no. And then I had to go through the trauma of ripped it out, then realized I had dropped the stitch. It's been a whole traumatic thing. But I'm back on track with it. And I do have a plan. And if like I said, if my plan works out, it's going to be genius. But I also do have a plan B. So if that doesn't work out.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Denisha is saying that the star blanket is easy and it works up pretty quickly, and it's absolutely true. I mean, if I was just focused on that, I probably would have been done by now, but since I'm doing a billion other things, of course, it's going to take me a longer time, which is why my make-along is going through the end of August, because I know it's going to take me that long probably to finish mine.
Wow, this seems like it does work up really fast, and anytime I've done something in the round, whether it was a octagon shape, because I got a pattern with that too, where it's octagon. It's kind of cool. It's got like 8 sides, or I think there's even one with 6 sides.
Oh, that'd be a
that'd
be a hexie. Octo would be the 8, pinto would be the 5.
Yeah, but it's like the sides are flat like that, instead of doing the ripple where it go, with the point, the sides are flat. So it's like, but it goes quick, you're like, oh, I'm going to change color. Yeah. That I think that's the secret, because you're going along and then you change color, and then you're going along and it's time to change color,
Yes, and that is why I like cakes as well, because it does keep you motivated. Because in this particular cake, this peacocky color is my favorite, so I love getting back to that. I'm like, oh, that's coming next. And then there's this little piece that I meant to bring up, where so when the peacock color turns back to the mustard color, you get this little bit of green, and I just love it. You get that little bit of green, and that's it. That's the only green is at that juncture between the 2 colors, and I just really enjoy it. I just enjoy Karen cakes. When they came out with those, they did a good thing, and I hope they don't ever go away, because I enjoy cakes. I know a lot of people don't, but I really.
I stopped in at Michael's last night because everybody's saying, well, they kind of match the clearance in a way, because they put a whole bunch of stuff on clearance, and they didn't even mark these things. So you got to go around and if you use your barcode, it just shows that it's not in inventory. So you know that it's marked down, but you don't know how much. I ended up getting a couple of whites, the soft Red Heart Soft, because they were $3.
Oh wow, yeah.
But in that note, I was looking at the Karen Cakes shop, did you see they went up to $12?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, they were the yarn. I don't know if maybe week before last, it was like 30% off, and then if I had another, and I think a lot of us got another 15% off. So I bought one Karen cotton cake, because I'm in love with those too, and I want to get all the colors. And I bought one, and it ended up being like $7 and something, because the 30% off plus the 15% off.
That's not bad. I know they threw in a 40% off regular price coupon. Of course, you can only get one, so
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
So Shara actually shared on my Facebook group her star blanket that was the Spider-Man one, and it is really really cool. If Jordan was a baby, I probably would try that. But or if I have a new little boy come into my life, I might try that, or a little girl who likes Spider-Man. So either way, I would love to try that. It looks so good. She's saying it grew, she was intimidated, but it grew 5 feet in 2 days because they eat yarn, right? They are yarn eaters.
Huh. Linda Jean made one too. She said it was for a birthday present.
Oh, and she put like a big 3D spider in the center. I'm sure
Oh,
that's really
see, you
pretty.
can do anything. If you just take and find, another pattern and put that applique on. That is
Yeah.
cool. Yep.
Yeah, half the time I walk around really, really proud of the fact that I can take some string and turn it into many different things. I just love
Yeah.
that we can. I love that we have this skill. I love that I have that skill, and yeah, I really do enjoy it. So yeah, you can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
agree.
I see Miss Elma Clark is in the house. Thanks for jumping in. I really appreciate you being here. The crazy poppy lady, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, really. I mean, she's where? Australia?
Australia, I believe. Yeah, I don't know what time it is, and what I know the weather is different, and of course the time is different. So I appreciate you being here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's winter there.
Yep, and Lorraine Price, Kathy Ann. I think I said hi already. Kathy Ann asked a question. Oh, she's talking to Shara. That's fine. She could tell. Shara can tell.
Organized yarn tangling.
Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Linda Jean told me to move forward with my February lady sweater and call it the March lady sweater. I am gonna have to call it something because it will not be. And then Lori is talking about how there are a few of us who have several star blankets going, and that's true. It's so like you just want to, because they work up so quick and easy, and you love seeing the colors come through. So yeah, a lot of people are doing more than one. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So back to this pattern that I was hoping to surprise you with giveaway today on this pattern, and I looked and it says the materials are bulky 5.
Oh wow.
I was shocked. I was like, what? I don't think you would have to do that. You could do, I mean, all you're doing is going in the round. So
yeah,
it's
just keep going.
You wanted it to be. Right?
Yep. Just keep going.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw this in sometime throughout the show. Sometime,
all right.
All
right, she's in the UK. We had that wrong. She's in the UK. And it's 5:27 p.m. in the UK right now. So
okay. I don't know why, whatever, right? Sorry about that. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
All right. So any more whips you want to share? That's the only one I brought, my only hook in progress that I brought to share.
Oh, that's okay. We'll just move right on to favorite stitches unless somebody wants to come on and
let me put the link again. If anybody wants to come in and share anything, that would be great. But let's see. Yeah, so favorites. I just put the link in, so come in at any moment. We'll just keep moving forward, but let's see.
Yeah, so favorites. What that means is whatever this month that you've played with, that it could be a tool, it could be yarn, it could be a prep pattern that you used, and you're saying it's your favorite for the month.
Yeah, or it could be an event, because mine is an event.
Oh,
So my favorite for this show is the hashtag Summer Yarny YouTube Hop. I have to say once again, it was a rip roaring success. You guys know that is a collaboration that I organized and hosted along with what is it? 15 other collaborators, 15 other crafty pals here on YouTube, and we all uploaded videos on this past Tuesday, the 21st of June, the first day of summer. And we had already done it for spring. We will be doing it for fall and winter. And I have to say, I mean, it's one of those trains that's going down the track and more people are jumping on. I'm very excited about that. But I'm so excited about the event because of the diversity of the people who are participating. They are not only diverse in culture and where they are from, but they are also diverse in the types of projects that they like to make and what they brought to the table for the hop. I hope you guys, if you have not already enjoyed these videos, please check out under my channel, go into my playlist, and you will find the playlist for the hashtag Summer Yarny YouTube Hop, or you could just use the hashtag and all of those videos will aggregate under there and you will be able to watch all of that content. But the ladies, once again, brought it. They did such a great job and my heart was so encouraged. It's just been very, very encouraging. I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed organizing it, but I also enjoyed just watching everybody's videos. It's so fun to have such a whole bunch of great content all in one day. So
great
that's
job.
my favorite.
Great job, Kim. Yeah, that's wonderful. And you can keep doing that every year too.
Yep, I can. So there's somebody in the back.
Oh, good.
Woohoo! Hello.
Hiya. Hopefully we've got no echoing or anything. I've turned the other comment voices off and stuff.
Thank you.
It makes change. Normally it takes me half hour because my brain's not working. You were saying about stitches and stitch ideas and things like that a few moments ago. Over on the channel at the moment, I'm doing a Stitch a Week playlist, which shows a different stitch each week. And basically, some of us are making them into dishcloths. Others are going to be making a blanket and sewing them all together later on in the year. And we're now up to stitch number 25 coming out on Monday.
Oh, wow.
It's been one a week. So if you're interested,
wow, guys, what? That is super cool. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Did you want to have a quick nose? I'm just trying to think. We've got the basic ones that I've used on the channel, which is like the corner to corner and the mini corner to corner, because as you can see, I'm slightly known. People seem to think I only make corner to corner, or at least I did. And then my favourite ones, of course, were this one here, which has been used with the hat. That is a Tunisian, but it's a really simple, and you can do this one on a normal crochet hook. You don't need anything special. And that is for the pattern that one will be coming out on the channel soon, but it's over on the Ravelry shop. It's the Pride Bucket hat, but it can be done in other colours.
Cool.
I've just had one of the crazies come over and she sent me a picture and she's done it in red, white and blue and it looks amazing. So that's getting shown off. I'm just trying to find some mad crazy ones. That was a recent one. What is that one? I can't even think because basically I write them on the squares because my brain is so forgetful. We've got stuff like the cat stitch.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God. It's a cat.
It's a cat. And I've made a jumper out of that as well, but I haven't got it close by for the second. But yeah, you've got the cat stitch. Then I was evil on week 10. We've done the block stitch in 3 different stitch types. So you've got like 3 double crochets, a 4 double crochet and a 5 double crochet.
Oh, wow.
So then that means that if anybody's making the blanket and they don't like one of the stitches, they can replace it with one out of that set.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to find the ones that I like. I know it sounds horrible, doesn't it? What else have we got? I liked the Alpine stitch.
I love the Alpine stitch.
That one is so simple. There's lots of shells and variations on shells. Oh, wrong way around. That one there. Oh, I'm messing up my order, but it doesn't matter. Then we have stuff like now this is a bit of a cantankerous one on the channel, because the pattern, the written pattern that I followed was a UK pattern, and I of course changed the terms over for US because I do all my patterns in US because that's what I learned, how I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one in the book is called the bobble stitch, but it's a bit flatter because of course that's what I would see as a bobble stitch.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the raised. Okay. But on the videos themselves, if there's other names that the stitches are used by and anybody says, oh, I know it as this, I'll go off other nose, double check it's the same way that the stitches built up, and then I write it into the description box anyway. Then we've got our star stitch. It came out quite nice.
It's nice. I like that.
I really like it. What a great thing for like new people as well.
Yeah, the videos are because I can be quite slow with my speaking at times, so it makes it easier for doing the videos so that you can easily follow along. Or you can just put me on go slow. I sound really funny on go slow. Yeah. I sound like a chipmunk if you put me on times 1.5 or 1.7. It's brilliant. I love listening to that's the only way I listen to myself is in chipmunk.
Oh my gosh.
And we had
that's the basket weave. Yeah.
Now here's a sneaky preview. And this one, I've been completely evil because it's week 25, but we've got a Mosaic Crochet coming up.
Oh, look at that! I like that.
So that one's that's my longest tutorial because, of course, you've got all the extra bits. So it's about an hour and 20.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people jump into it, do a bit, come back to it later. So it doesn't matter because it's there, isn't it? But that one comes along with the written pattern as well that's over on the Ravelry shop if you prefer to just work from the pattern if you know what you're doing. But yeah, as I said, it's loads.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing that with us, guys. I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm sorry, can you tell me your first name? Is your first name Poppy? No,
my first name's Angela, but I'm known as the Crazy Poppy Lady because I've made I make little brooches for the Royal British Legion. There's also a video on the channel and a free pattern on Ravelry for that. And so far I'm up to 2,600 made that are made and donated. They take 20 minutes each and they've got 8 ends. So I hate ends, and that is why.
Well, thank you so much, Angela, for coming in and showing us all those incredible squares. I mean, that's some good stuff.
Yeah,
guys.
as I said, that would be ideal for newbies, or if you just want to find a stitch that you haven't come across, or because like that was my main issue was when I first started was I would do patterns, but I didn't know what the stitches were called. So it'd be like I'd be following my favourite two people. I'd be making up these items and they look gorgeous, and people would be like, well, what's that stitch? And I'm like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
But at least this way I'm doing it. It's okay. It's for me so that I can remember what the stitches are called, or I can look at them and revisit the videos. But it also helps everyone else out as well.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here today.
Lovely. Thank you. I'll jump down and let someone else in now. Ta-ra.
Bye. All right, Nisi's here from Free Handly Made. Thank you for coming in. She can't stay, but thanks for popping in just to say hi to us. I really appreciate that. And Tina Brenning made it in. Thank you for coming by, Tina, and spending some of your time with us. And who else did I miss? Irene is here. Hello, Miss Irene. I really appreciate you being here. And again, Angela, thank you so much. What a great, it's a real service to the crochet community to be doing that, you know, especially for, like I said, the newbies or even that cat stitch. I had never seen that before. That's quite an interesting stitch. So I appreciate it. All right. Let's see what's happening next.
I added an extra row of increases. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, and I'm not going to take it out. So this one is with the H hook, and it's always a little bit tight, I think, so you know what? It's just going to be one row increase bigger.
Yep. That's the beauty of crochet versus knitting. It is so easy to adjust and fudge if you need to, or change something, add a stitch here, take one away there. You know, it took me a minute to learn that, though. I used to rip stuff all the way back, and then I realized, oh, you can just add the dang thing if it's just one, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't really see it that much. You think that everyone sees it. But they don't. They haven't got a clue what you're talking about, most people.
Yeah. Wonderful.
And, you know, how many times have you gifted something and you'll be like thinking, are they going to see that small mistake right there that I, you know?
Yeah, they won't.
They never do.
They really won't. People are so impressed that you can do this, you know. There's a funny, like, it's either a TikTok or a reel or whatever, and there's these guys talking about, you know, women and what makes them attractive, and one of them says, man, if a girl can knit, and the other one's like, oh, that's a whole green light. He's like, that's a green light. If you find a girl with hobbies and who can knit and who can
Serious?
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I wasn't too impressed with some of those commercials with the crochet and knit in there. I'm like, what are they doing? All of a sudden, they just came up with these. I mean, it's not like it's not a new craft. It's been around a long time, and I've never seen them use things like that in a commercial. But they did recent.
It's opening up the whole, you know, more and more people. Let's see. All right, so let's see what is next.
I'm gonna show you my favorite stitches item, new item. I know if you saw my latest addictions video, you will have seen it, but you know what? I'm gonna bring it on anyway, because I'm so proud of it. So this is a hat that is made so you can string it up.
Ooh, I've seen those. That's cool.
And have a ponytail, right?
Oh, yeah. How cute is that?
I love it. And when I started it, I thought I would like it, but it was forever ago, and I finally finished it. So then if you don't want to wear it as a hat, you can wear it as a cowl, because it's definitely...
Wow. Right? I like that. Yep.
So, yeah, I showed it on my video yesterday, but it is definitely categorized as a favorite for this month, so I got to make more of these.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's, you know, I think it's also a very good beginner project, because you don't have to worry about any type of increasing or decreasing, or you just do it. Looks like. Yeah,
well, that's true. And you know what? Somebody asked me for the pattern, and it was a very old magazine, and she probably can't find it. And that's funny you say you don't increase or decrease. You actually do. You do the ribbing and you increase, and you do the body and you decrease. So if I made a pattern without those increases and decreases, I could say it's not a copy and change a little bit of that.
Yeah, because it's not that many. It can't be that many increases or decreases. So not doing them probably doesn't make that big of a difference, right?
Exactly. So I can, because everybody's like, well, let's make it together. And I'm like, yeah, we can make it together. I'll just change the pattern enough so I'm not copying it. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing a make along farther into the year. So why am I quitting? Is because I have a new shop with my husband going on, and it is increased where the venue is an increase of customer base. So that is one of the reasons I'm taking time away from my show and that kind of thing. So this will probably be after that is going for 3 or 4 months, and I can take a breath and say, is it time to let him do the season and I don't have to be there as much? So probably a fall make along is what I'm planning. Okay. Yeah. All righty. That's pretty much all my favorites for right now. How about you?
Right.
Yeah.
That's, I didn't bring anything else to talk about as a favorite. I mean, I got a lot of cool things happening, but the thing that I was most encouraged by this week is absolutely what I shared about. So that'll be enough for me. But I do have Dee in the back of the house, so let's bring her up.
All right.
Cool things happening, but the thing that I was most encouraged by this week is not me. About, so that'll be enough for me. But I do have Dee in the back of the house, so let's bring her up.
Oh, here. You knew I'd have to come up.
Turn that other device on mute.
Do you have another tab up, Dee?
Oh, Lord. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We knew you'd get it.
I'm usually good about not doing that, but okay. Here's my new. Well, one thing I have to admit is I forgot about the blue hat thing, so I just wound up this poly Malabrigo. So this blue hat, it will be my bougie blue hat.
Yeah.
All right.
But I have, an Addy, so I can crank out. I have been, I've got some. But I got this book, and I heard about it through, I don't know if y'all know Kelly from Kelly's Crochet Adventures.
Yeah, I know Kelly. Yeah,
she's great.
Mm-hmm.
She shared this book, she had the author on, and they gave away some signed copies of the book and everything. It's all of I think I paid $5.99 for mine.
Oh, wow.
Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But the very first project I got stuck on, a chemo do-rag, which is nothing more than a triangle shape. And, all the patterns in this are knit. But, I got on my...
so pretty.
In the red, white, and blue. Our wee little town of Faith, if all of 600 folks is like Mayberry, but we do it up big for the 4th.
Oh.
But anyway, you just do one of these numbers, and you instantly turn into Johnny Depp. Minus Amber Heard.
Yeah, well, he's minus her too. So.
But anyway, I've got folks, I think I may do sort of a challenge or something, because my folks have really been and there's where's a crochet pattern for that? And then one of my friends, several people said, well, you could just do this, or you could do that, or, know.
Yeah.
But David Browning, he's either already put one out or he's going to.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to my husband. I generally don't buy red, white, and blue yarn, but somehow I bought a ball, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna have to give it away or whatever. And now I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to do something.
Well, of course you can wear it any time, but especially this time of year. And like I was saying, our town tiny town, one caution light, it's really like a smaller version of Mayberry. But for the 4th, we do it up huge. We have a week-long fair. Well, tonight's the street dance. That's the kickoff thing. And then there will be a week-long fair culminating in a 2-hour parade the morning of July 4th. And then all day the fair's still going on. And that night at 10:30, a huge fireworks display.
Wow.
The president came back in 92, and I didn't realize that our town had always invited the president every year. And that year was an election year, and it was just a whistle stop. So he came and enjoyed some of our wonderful barbecue. Oh, the fair food is amazing. The barbecue, you know, all of our groups, like the Ladies Auxiliary, the Veterans Legion, all the churches and everything get together and man the food booths, and they get a portion of the proceeds for their, you know, the JCs, all those things for their projects for them.
You know what? That's like one of the things that because I've always lived in major metropolises, and so when I watch my little Hallmark movies and they have like either the 4th of July thing or they have the Christmas thing or the fall thing, I always love that. So
we little tiny town, but hey, like at the parades, they've counted like in excess of 20,000 people.
Oh yeah, people show up. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was doing this for another lady, but then I talked to her daughter and I said, well, this is kind of limited. She wouldn't be able to wear it with a whole lot of stuff. So I went to Hobby Lobby to that darn clearance sale, y'all. Christy, you didn't get to go. Well, I made up for it. I went like 8 times to 2 stores.
Well, at 2:00 when this show ends, I just might get in the car and go up there. You just never
You may
know.
still find something. There's still some at our store in Salisbury, which had theirs before Kannapolis. I was kitty sitting for my daughter, so that's how I ended up going to their store there.
Oh, well, I just was looking for the 44th Street. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, it's probably long. Yeah. You never know, though. I don't want to dash your hope.
I have resisted, and I mean, the gas prices are enough to keep me from going, because it's like I'm not about to run my gas out.
Just spent $80 filling my van up. Oh,
crazy. It's crazy. Well,
I totally forgot we were doing blue hats, but I got it now. And Malabrigo, this came out of a mystery box. Hey. Boy, did I ever luck up on this. This was from a bod mystery box.
Oh, wow.
I never thought I would luck up and be able to get one of those. But one night in the wee hours, I sleep crazy. So probably about 3:00 one morning, she'd only put like 4 boxes out or so. And it had been like 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm thinking, well, those are gone, even though it's whatever, because, she got people all over the world. But there was 1 box. Guess who's got that one?
Yeah, I've gotten one before too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I got a lot of Malabrigo in that. Plus,
you did?
A bunch of other bougie yarns.
Well, yeah, you really lucked up then. You got one.
I'm here for the bouge.
Okay. The bougie yarn. Well, thank you, Dee. Thank you so much.
Love y'all. I look forward to this all month.
We love you too. Take care.
See you later.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Wow. I feel like that's how it is to get one of Terry Sharp's bags because she only makes a few. And so I felt lucky to get one of her bags in the past.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
So many people over here chatting it up. And let's see. Oh, wow. Linda Jane saying her store didn't even participate in the sale. I'm just, that's crazy. Like, how you going to do that? How you going to not participate?
I don't know. It's corporate. That's down from corporate. It's just
and I think it's like I heard last year or year before last is something about it's not up to the managers whether or not to do it, but when to start it. Like, but I wish I had if I had thought about it more, I would have shopped for people, for somebody who doesn't have one. But at this point, I'm sure that if they had it already at the Hobby Lobby nearest me, it's gone. So but I thought about it later. I'm like, dang it. I should have shopped for somebody else because I certainly don't need anything. And I had just bought so much yarn in the last, and I was just like, you don't need to, even though I tried. Let me just not, act like I didn't try. I did try, but I went too early. It hadn't really hit yet. And I think by now it's hit and gone. So, but I'm not going to try again.
Well, I kind of just want to once a year at least drive up there because I really like the quality yarn that they sell. Even if it's at 30% off, it's still worth it.
Yeah, and if you're only going to go once a year, then wait and go during the sale. Like, that makes the most sense. Go during the sale because you can get both things,
Yeah. And that's what I did the last time. I
Mhm.
got a couple things that were on the 30% off because I hadn't gone there, and I was like, "Oh, look at this. Oh, look at you. You're overwhelmed. If you go there every week, you're not. You're used to it." But
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Right.
Linda Jean said the manager just absolutely said there will be no sale, but she somehow worked around it. I heard that, Linda Jean. I heard that. Hey, Angela, thanks for coming in.
Huh.
All right. So we did favorites. What are we doing now?
I guess we're gonna do Stitch's shenanigans.
All right. So we're going to talk about the make along, and I have some shenanigans to share. I mean, if you've been watching my show, you've seen these, but I figure I'm going to show it. I have been in sort of an earring phase, and I don't know what triggered it, but anyway, I think when I made the Kim bucket, the first one, the prototype, I wanted to make the earrings to match, and I think that's what did it. I made the earrings for that, and I was like, and I brought out all of my things, and just how I work. I don't really go and look for a tutorial not to make earrings. I did look at a teardrop shape tutorial because I had a teardrop shape finding, and so but other than that, I just get the stuff out and go for it, and then go and grab coordinating. I really don't have a rhyme or reason to it. I just start going for it. So I have made several pairs, so I'm going to share them with you. This is the first pair, and you can see this is just made with some crochet thread that my husband brought me from Daiso, Japan. And then I just added, because I use really simple stitches on my earrings. It's nothing fancy, but I try to embellish them with different findings. So really, the base of this is a bracelet. It's a kid's bangle bracelet. I bought a set of them, and then I just go for it. So that's the first pair I want to share. And I just kind of did a wagon wheel kind of a look. And then I made a smaller version. Let me make sure I'm showing you the front of this pair.
Mm-hmm.
And here is another set that's similar on the similar finding, but just a solid color. For this one, I'm just using embroidery floss for that.
That you showing these, actually, I don't get crazy excited about a lot of your shenanigans because I don't do those kinds of crafts. But this one, oh my gosh, Kim, I might have to do a few.
Yeah, give it a shot.
I don't know.
These ones are not crocheted at all, but the beads were on the table, so I just went for it with those.
Yeah.
And then these I was just like, this pack of findings that I bought happened to have some squares. So I was like, I wonder if I can make a pair of granny square earrings.
Oh,
And so I did.
and look at the beads match the yarn.
Uh-huh.
Those are awesome.
Yep, and you are a craft supply hoarder when I did not have to go and buy those beads. Those beads existed in my stash.
So are you putting these in your Etsy shop for sale?
I am going to. I just need to take the pictures. I need a day to get it. It's a whole thing.
Right.
It's a whole thing. And I'll figure it out. No. All right, and then I've done a few the teardrop shapes. So with the same thread, this is that Aunt Lydia's same thread.
See how nice they are. Wow.
Thread.
I have thread 2 boxes of it.
There you go.
I know it.
This a little more fancy with the, so this little square up here is the same thing I did I used it for the granny square.
Yeah.
But this time I left it out. Gotta have a bit of a long neck for those. And then the final pair is a very simple pair, and this is again embroidery floss.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, so those,
I got it. Before you put those teardrops away, I got to tell you that when I was in Michael's yesterday, they had the beads, the string of beads, 40% off. So the red ones are $4.99 regular price, right? So I was looking at those, and then they had a second section across from me that had a few others. And I thought that the beads that they were on there, or well, maybe not. I guess you could call them findings, like you said. They were so small that I'm like, what would you do with these? I mean, you get like 7 or 8 on a chain or on a fishing line. Yeah. But there is what the answer is right there. Your teardrop, you could put one of those in the teardrop, and it may be a leaf. It might be it's a little tiny something, but it's too small for stitch markers. Yeah. When you make jewelry, you do need those little small things, because you don't want your stuff to be all heavy, and sometimes you need it to hide something else. And so, but thank you guys. Thank you for all of the compliments. They are beautiful.
I enjoy making them. I enjoy making them, and I have some other ones on my, because it's all trial and error. So, you think you're going to go one way. So I have a bunch more, not a bunch, but I have some ideas. So some more will be coming. And I need an intern. You don't want to wait too long because everyone wants to buy them. They're already saying it. So put them up. But the other question is, what size hook do you use for those? For some of them, I use a 2.0, and for the other, either a 2.0 or a 2.25. It depends, whatever was in my vicinity. So 2.0 or 2.25. Yeah, that's great. Yep. That's the size hook. And I just go for it. But these are super fun. And actually, I thought these were going to be too big for me, but I made the ones to match my my Kim bucket, the prototype. And I wore that yesterday, and I wore the hat and the earrings, and they are just fine for me. I thought they were going to be laying on my neck, but they were big and they worked, and they look really good with the hat, because when you got on a hat like that and you're not showing any hair at all, it's nice to have a statement earring to kind of bring the whole look together. So it looks good. Beautiful. That's great. I'm glad that you did those and showed them all to us, because I thought maybe you made a couple, but you made a lot. I did, because when I get on a roll, I get on a roll, Oh, yeah. Do you separate the embroidery floss? How many plies? I don't separate it because that would kill me. No, I just use the whole thing. I use the entire thing. I really prefer the thread over the floss, but just for working with it, I like it because you're not worrying about splitting anything when you use the threads. They're really tightly twisted or spun or whatever, whereas the embroidery thread is made so you can unply it quite easily, right? So you have to be a little careful. You didn't put, like, every time you use your square or your circle, you didn't always put the yarn on it, but you did sometimes. Now, Linda Jean says if you want to keep your plastic rings and stuff to make jewelry with from things like, the outer side of the milk carton or a bottle of water, you take a little ring off. It's a really great idea. Thank you, Linda Jean. Definitely. So it's just a matter of going for it. It's all trial and error so far to make it work, especially that granny square, because even now I've tried to make another one and I can't remember what I did to make the first. But so far, the second one is not working out right. So I got to keep going, until I get it back.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have what do you call it? Make along. It's a make along. You can make any kind of craft and enter in to that make along. We've been running it for the second quarter. So this month is the last month, and our entries that you have them written down on a.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. We had a bunch of you guys jump in, and a lot of people did. We had embroidery, we had earrings, we've had keychains, sewing, we've had felting, needle felting. So many cool things added. I love seeing it. I really appreciate it. Hey, HD, thanks for coming in. HD is one of the people who definitely participated in the shenanigans make along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to draw a couple winners from that.
Yeah. So I put together a shenanigans package, and I'm only going to do one prize because I just want to send it to one person. Mm-hmm. And so here you go. Let me show you what's in it. First off, you're going to get this set of hobby stitch markers. Now, they have the sizes on them so you can remind yourself of what size hook you were using for your project. You could even use it for knitting as well. That's the first thing. Second thing is a set of resin molds. And listen, if you're not going to use it, just give it away. Give it to somebody else. But a set of resin molds. There is looks like a flower, a circle, a star, another flower, and an oval. It's got instructions on the back on how you use them. But these are shaker molds, so they're a little bit advanced, but go for it. I know some of y'all on here, I've seen you do resin, so there's resin molds. I'm throwing in a crochet hook from Hobby Lobby. It's an H, I believe. Yep, an H hook, 5mm. A set of Yarnology mechanical pencils. This little weaving loom. This is a total shenanigans package, yeah.
Yeah.
Purpose. It's got everything in there. It's got the loom, the comb, the needles, the shuttle, the shed, even the hanger, and a pom-pom tool, so you could make that project right there. You see that arrow hanger at the top? That's even in here. So a sewing pattern for this bag. It's got some good stuff in here, people. And the final part is, all right, this is not brand new, but I have not used it, and I want somebody to have it who will. It is the Mason-Dixon Knitting Outside the Lines, and this is by Kay Gardner and Ann Shane. And this is an older book. I had it for a long time, but I have never used it. It is knitting. But again, you can get it and give it away. But it's got some really cool things in it. I mean, some intense stuff. Look at that. This is some Lori Gray stuff right here. Just like so. Just for some of these things, it's got socks. It's got sweaters. I was trying to find at least one more picture to show you. It's got that sweater in it. I'll turn around the back. It's got simple dishcloths, sweaters, socks, baby things, little girl things. So that's the package. That's everything that you get if you are the winner of this drawing today. All right. Mm-hmm. So I went through the post. I wrote down the names of everybody who added a picture. You only got entered once. If you even if you got on there, I don't know if everybody's was finished, but if it was a picture, your name is on the list. And I came up with 16 people.
All right.
And so I'm gonna ask Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 16. Oh, she didn't hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna ask her again. What I did was I wrote down all the names and then I randomly numbered them. Okay, so it's not like I just went and put them, the first picture is number 1. It's not like that at all. I randomly numbered them. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 16. So she picked number 11. And number 11 is not here, I don't think, but it is Evelyn Oxner, who is the winner of my prize package. So number 11 is Evelyn Oxner. So
congratulations to Evelyn. She's been down in Florida.
So it'll be cool. Once you tag her, she'll reach out to me and we'll get the prize out to her. But congratulations, Evelyn.
Awesome. Linda Jean says she's in California. I wonder how far. That's a big state.
Yeah, she's northern. She's a little bit far from me. But it doesn't mean we couldn't. We hope that we will one day get a meetup going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for me to show a prize that will also be drawn out of that same list. I don't believe that Evelyn could win both, though, right?
Oh, yeah, no. So Evelyn wouldn't be in the running for Chris's prize.
Okay. So I was digging for some shenanigans patterns. That's what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I found these 2 books, and I thought, I got to show you these. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, that would have been great for Rose's wings, because this month was doll clothes, or last month was doll clothes.
It was. I wasn't following, darn it. I didn't realize. But look at them all.
So nice.
So this is a Barbie fashion doll dresses, and there's hats, and there's bags, and there's dresses, and hats. Yeah, I said that. Okay, so then the second one, and you'd get them all. You get all the books if you choose. There is the fairies.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so she's got an outfit with wings on every single outfit.
I'm about to blow it up.
Look at that. Here's the 4th of July one with the wings.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay, so those 2 books are in there. And then I found last April's 2021 Crochet World. And all it is shenanigans. The whole dang thing. I'm like, what the heck? It's got flowers. It's got a basket of flowers. You make the basket. You make a sweater and put flowers on it. You know, it's just constant. I mean, I don't think you can see that, but it's a whole book with, I don't know, 4, 5, 20 items, I think. So, shenanigans.
Nice.
Okay, so those 3 books are in this choice. However, if you would rather have a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket, and what's in there and your name is drawn, that's fine too. So go ahead, Kim, ask away.
All right. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 16.
There's a number between 1 and 16. It's 10.
So she chose number 10. And that person is Joan Burgess or Joanne Burgess. I can't remember. I wrote Joan, but I might have wrote that wrong. Joan Burgess is your winner.
All right. All right. Well, congratulations to Joanne. I believe her name is Joanne.
Joanne. Okay. Yeah. I probably worked that wrong. Okay. So congratulations to Joanne, another winner. I don't think she's here, but everybody has a week to get in contact with us. And for me, if I don't hear back in a week, then I will redraw and I'll just reach out and let you know. I usually don't redraw, but I really want to give this prize away as it is for shenanigans, since it's full of shenanigans. So.
Yeah.
All right, Joanne, congratulations. All right. So that is that. That will be our very last make-along. While Christy is on the break, we won't do any of the make-alongs like that. For our normal things. I might do other stuff, but that's it.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm 2 rows, I think. So what you do is you do this and then you bring it back down. So you're actually making it like it's going to be too big. And then you bring it back down after. So I'm on row, I don't know, 11, 10.
Nice.
So
I hope you guys are progressing on your blue hats. I mean, Chris is doing great.
8, 9. I'm on row 10. I will do row 11 and then start back down. Anyway, I was going to ask you about the blue hats and that you might make blue hats every year and send them to Lion Brand. Some people do. Some people have to be doing it because I think they collected in the 100,000s. Like,
oh
yeah,
they might be overwhelmed.
Yeah, and I think that you're supposed to send them by a certain deadline. And last 2 years they extended that deadline into the fall. So you have plenty of time to make hats and send them in.
You do. So I'm just looking on. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't know if 2022. I don't know where they're at right now, but hats given to date. Total hats since 2018 is 90,964 hats.
Wow.
And that is, I don't know how recently this website was even updated. I say keep making hats. Make cool ones, please. I always like to say this. Make cool hats that a kid would like to wear. We don't want them to be bullied because of the hat we made.
Right. That's terrible.
Cynthia is saying that they accept them all year. They said not to stop, just keep coming. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I figured they were going to change it because putting a deadline on something and then it's too hard to regulate that. And you could just use if they come too late, then you just use them for next year. So it makes total sense.
Yeah.
So what we were thinking was, because we're having a marathon today, that maybe Kim and I would give away some blue yarn.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's ready to do that or not. But
I'm ready. And I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell it's not black, right? This is also what Chris is using, but a different color. This is Big Twist Value. And this colorway is actually called Varsity Navy. So it's a beautiful color, beautiful, nice, solid navy that a kiddo would love to wear. Very soft, made in Turkey. It's a worsted weight number 4. You're gonna get whatever Chris said, 380 yards in this yarn.
you can make 2 or 3 hats out of that easy.
So especially if you knit one of them, so because you don't need nearly as much yarn for your knitting. So here you go. That's mine to give away.
And I have 2 here to pick from if you want. So just yarn. I have 2 of those, so that is plenty. This is one that you find at the Dollar Tree. It is not $1 anymore. It's $1.25.
There you go.
131 yards in each. There are 2 of them. They are 4 medium, made by Premier. 100% acrylic. So that color is perfect.
Okay. Perfect. I love there's so many different choices for blue. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, and let's see, I was gonna say, oh, Linda Jean, this is really a good idea, so I wanted to put that up. She says she buys blue yarn with every order. She just needs to add so she can get the free shipping or whatever. She'll put in blue yarn so she'll have a supply, of that to use, and ending every blue project with taking that whatever you have left over and making it into a hat. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I thought I would do is I'd give you a choice. If you don't want a solid today, if your name is chosen, maybe you like to have a beautiful, marled one. This one is a Premier also. It is 100% anti-pilling acrylic, 180 yards, really soft. And this colorway is called Blue Heather.
Very pretty.
So, when we draw, you can pick either color you want.
All right. So, I wanted to say before we do this, Ravini, welcome back. Lori said that I believe she's talking about this yarn, Lori, that you could get 2 hats out of this on a Centro. I think that's what she's saying, which is a lot because you make a long tube. The hat is really doubled when you make it on there. So that's a lot if you can get 2 out of here. And then Angela has to go. So bye, Angela. I really appreciate you stopping in for a bit. Oh yeah, everybody is going for it. I actually never did mail mine last year because I thought there was a deadline. So I have some already made that I can just package up and send out.
Great.
All right. So what we're gonna do for this is I think what we should do. So mine is Varsity Navy. Chris has either Just Yarn or the Heather blue. So I say put in the one that you want. Once I mark the chat, put either Navy, Just Yarn, the words Just Yarn, or you can just put the word Premier because we know they're both made by Premier, but
this is called Classic Blue and that's called Blue Heather.
Okay, so just put Navy. Actually, you can put Big Twist. Let me go back. Just put the word Big Twist if you want Big Twist. If you want the Just Yarn, put Just Yarn. If you want the Premier every day, just put the word Premier. Okay? And that way we'll know which one you want. I'm going to mark the chat. Everybody here has a chance to win. Now that the chat is marked, go ahead and write in those words. Either Navy, Just Yarn, where you get the 2 balls, or the Premier every day. So just put Premier. Got that? Navy. I'm sorry. Big Twist. Just Yarn or Premier. Go. All right. Come on, people. I know more than that. All right. Here we go. All right.
There is a little delay because I'm playing it on my cell phone.
All right.
And there's a delay. So that makes sense.
You only need to put in one time. If you're new here, how you play, you just put in one response. And that's it. All right. People are, hi, Carolyn. I didn't even know you were here. Good to see you here.
I'm going to go get some more ice and some more of this because it's hot. Be right back.
All right. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time. Hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm always looking forward to being off. I was off yesterday, but that's because I had to take, we had like a medical thing to do, just a routine thing. And so I took the day off. And so I got, I thought I was going to get so much more crocheting done, but I didn't end up getting anything done. I had brought my stuff with me to the hospital and I didn't get a lot done there, but I did get some stuff done, and I'm going to show you in a minute. All right, I'm about to mark the chat, people. I'm going to mark the chat, and then we're going to count, and then we're going to pick a winner, and we're going to pick 2 because Chris's, you get a choice. Mine, I only have one, so we have really just 2 prizes. All right, I'm marking the chat. Okay, put the word mark. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, if you don't get in before the mark, that's it. Excuse me, mark. It's marked. So if you come in after the mark, I'm sorry, you cannot be entered. All right, so let's count. Go back up to my mark. Where's Kim's mark? Where's my mark? Okay, there's my mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, 11. Did I get I know, Latoya, I know you meant premiere. It's fine. You got 12. Let me go back. My thing jumped I'm just going with 12. Because my thing jumped and I got 11, but I'm going with 12. 12 was good. All right, good people. I know, Latoya, I know you meant premiere, so I will count that. Don't worry. I know. All right. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 12.
There's a number between 1 and 12.
She said 3. 3. All right, number 3. First, I had to think. 1, 2, 3. Girl, is it Ravini? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ravini is wanting the premiere, so she gets that. Ravini is the winner. Congratulations, Ravini. We're going to do it one more time. Well, actually, that's just dumb, right? Like, I think I just messed it all up, y'all. Because if I pick somebody who didn't say Big Twist, that's still what you're going to get. I'm sorry. That wasn't a good idea. I'm so sorry. I should have just picked a weird random word, but I'm just going to go with this group of people and pick again from this same group of people. I am so sorry. That was not smart. Okay, anyway, Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 12.
There's a number between 1 and 12.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't hear her. Hold on. I got to do it again. I'm going to bring her up here. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 12.
There's a number between 1 and 12. It's 2.
It's 2. She picked number 2. I believe that might be Elma Clark. And so Elma, sorry, you're getting this.
No, who is it?
Hooks Up Needles Ready Yarn. And she put Premier Blue Heather.
Oh, so that's already taken. Okay.
It's already gone.
I was gonna say if the person picked the other one, the Just Yarn, I would honor it, but
oh, okay.
Not,
so Elma Clark, this one is yours. You get this one. Sorry. Elma Clark, I put your name down. You get this yarn whether you want it or not.
Well, that was fun. Congratulations, you guys.
Okay, congratulations, gang. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm not ending it, but I'm just saying thank you. Congratulations to the winners for that. And now, what's next?
Well, we usually talk about, Hook's homemade classics, and I kind of didn't have another something for that segment because I brought out the Barbie dolls and I was, saying, oh my gosh, I used to do those dolls all the time, make dolls.
Yeah.
I even made a little Bo Peep size doll. She was about 10 inches and she had layers of a dress, like petticoats, and she had pantaloons with little, lace on the bottom of the legs, and then she had a lace slip, and then she had the dress on top of that, so there was layers.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. That'll come back up, not anytime soon, but that what you just talked about will come back up in one of my shows.
Oh,
All right, but since granny squares are classic, right?
yeah.
I don't think I've shown something that I was gifted. I don't think I have, from Kim, from Classic Kim Crochet. She was actually in California recently, and I got to meet her.
Yes. You guys went out to dinner and stuff, or what? What did
I
you do?
didn't actually go out to dinner, but Pam did. I saw her on the day she was at a craft fair with Jamie from Parlez-Vous Crochet. So I just hung out with them a little bit at that. And then when I saw Pam's pictures of them going out to dinner, I was like, I should have went out to dinner. But they did that the next day. But anyway, Kim had gifts for us. We had gifts for her. And she made us these water bottle like thingy sleeves.
Cozy. A cozy.
Yeah, like a little cozy.
Oh.
And she put her her wood tag on there. And I don't think that I have shared it, so I wanted to share it today. I brought it over here and I was going to figure out how to bring it in.
Mm-hmm.
And here you go. Hooks Handmade Classic. And it's 2 different granny squares. So that's one. And then
Oh my gosh.
it's this
I
one.
love that. That's so cute.
So, like, yeah, when
It
you...
reminds me of something.
What?
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I just had this memory. It's a perfect time for it. But that she gifted all of you one?
Yeah, me and Vicky and probably, I'm assuming Pam. I wasn't there the day she met Pam, but yeah.
That's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I didn't want to cut your story short. I just had a brain fart and I want to tell you about it. Anything else you got to say about that so that I don't
Oh, no. I was
Okay.
just happy to
Okay,
get
so
it.
when you showed that, I thought about this bucket and I'm like, oh my gosh, remember that? We used to take a plastic bowl, any kind of Cool Whip bowl, didn't matter. And we'd take an awl and we'd make holes all around the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Then we would sew, or not sew, but crochet in the holes
Mm-hmm.
and make a bag out of it. And yeah, I don't know what made me think of it, but you crochet right in the holes
Uh-huh.
and a single crochet and then just keep going and make a bag and then put a drawstring on.
And that will also come back up in a show of mine down the line. I'm just like, Chris is dropping Easter eggs for my future shows without even knowing it, but she is.
Well, yeah, you can use it for anything like Legos or it doesn't matter what you make those bags, and the bottom of it's hard.
You got
because of
that
the bowl.
Cool Whip thing. That's really
Yeah, but it has to be a lighter weight plastic. Otherwise, you're never going to make the hole.
Can't make the hole.
If you use one of those hole punchers, you can do it through the Cool Whip bag easy enough, or bowl easy enough. Yeah.
Good point.
But I know the dollar store has a bunch of bowls that they might be light enough.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Steve just came in. Hi, Steve.
Hey,
I haven't
Steve.
seen you in a while. Thanks for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Well, very cool. So that's it for classics.
Yep, we're done.
All right. Are we ready for finishes?
We are. We're ready. Stitches. Finishes. Finishing
stitches.
Yeah.
Linda Jean says she made those things that you were talking about when she was a kid. That's cool.
Grandma used to have all kinds of stuff too that that she brought home from work. I got to tell you this one more story. Okay.
Sure.
So she used to work at a shoe store. We had our whole town was based on EJ's. I don't know if any of you remember EJ Shoes, but our town was the founder of EJ Shoes, and it was actually started out as Leicestershire Boot Company, and then it went into Endicott Johnson Shoes after a while. But this is, early 1900s, so into the last of the 1800s into the early 1900s where they were beginning this. And they stopped making shoes in our area around, I don't know, maybe in the 80s, because it was cheaper to buy them imported. Okay. Yeah. So my grandmother worked in one of these factories, and she actually used a sewing machine and she sewed shoes. Well, your threads on your sewing machine had a little spool, and those little spools were long. They weren't round ones, they were long. They looked just like this spool, only miniature. But she would throw them in. As she finished the spool, she would throw them in a bag and bring those bags home. And we used to sit as kids and thread one of those spools in a bead, one of those spools in a bead, and make all of these Christmas, to put on the Christmas tree, a long garland.
Nice.
Yep. And use those freaking beads. I mean, those spools, they were garbage. They were plastic garbage. And we would make them out of that. So my cousins and I did that and Grandma used to sell those garlands.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, that Linda Jean is saying that she gave a tip. If you heat up the tip of a Phillips screwdriver, it'll push right through those plastic bowls quite easily. And it will be smooth too if you do it that way, because you've melted it and it won't be jagged. Like, I think if I use a hole punch, it will be a little jagged, but I mean, it's not like you're going to be taking it off once you put it on. But
yeah, well, that thing, I know it's pretty cool how there's so many different ways of doing it.
Yeah. Ravini is like, I don't have anything to show. I just brought my blue yarn. That's okay. She brought her blue yarn to the water park. We're just happy you came.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Finishes. I do have something to share, people.
All right. I can't wait to see it.
Very excited. So I keep referencing the Kim Bucket, prototype, right? Because when I make something, I made it. I love it. It just wasn't. It was closest to what I was looking for. I want to make a bucket hat. I don't want it to be ruffly. I don't want it to be. I just wanted it to look more like a sewn bucket hat. And so last night, I worked on it, and I really believe I have got it. And here it is. Here is my bucket hat. I'm very, very pleased with how it looks on. I'm very pleased with how it has come out. I used my favorite stitch. That stitch is actually the only reason why I design anything. It's because I fell in love with the stitch. And
herringbone half double crochet.
Herringbone half double crochet. And I'm very, very happy with the way this. And if you look on my Instagram, I have put up a little reel of me wearing it with the earrings, because it's the same yarn that I used for the first one, except it's different. But the earrings still match. But yeah, I am so pleased with how this. Last night when I finished it and I put it on, I was like, by George, I got it. And that's exactly how I felt when I did the Kim Beret as well. I wanted it to be, and here's the thing, I have a bigger head. And so for me, wearing hats is not something that, unless it's a knit hat, which, I don't need in LA. But just buying a regular hat just to be stylish is not, usually a sun hat commercial is not going to work for me, because my head is big. But this is made with cotton yarn. The first one I made is more like a sun hat. It was closer to a bucket hat than I've ever gotten, but because I made the brim really big, it's more like a sun hat. This one, I really believe I got it, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So yeah, it's just herringbone half double crochet all the way. So again, the pattern will come, but I will have to make it again. I have to make it a few times, then I have to get some other people to make it, and then you'll get a pattern for this one. But yeah, I really want this one to be right. So I will do the whole process. When I did the Kim Beret, it's right, but it's super simple, and this is simple too. But I just gave that one away. I just gave it away, and many people made it, and I'm so glad you guys did. But yeah, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how it came out. And let me just tell you, the yarn that I use is still the same Karen Ripple Cake. So now that Ripple Cake has made 2 bucket hats.
Oh, wow.
And I still have this much left. Now, you know, the Ripple Cake is a number 3. You got 491 yards in the thingy. So here's that. But this,
you know, when you say you make 2 hats plus some left over, you don't feel so bad spending $11.99 for that.
Right, because
yeah, it goes a long way.
And if you were gonna sell them, yeah, it went a really long way, right? And then the last hat I held it together with just cotton from Hobby Lobby, and it was solid white. This time I held it together with cream cotton from Loops and Threads. That's why it's a darker hat. Like you can see the gray popping out. And this just happened to be sitting because I was like looking at this after the last bucket hat, and I was like, there's so much of it left. Well, I got to make something else. And then I just decided to go ahead and remake the bucket hat to try to get to the point where I can write the pattern down. And this one is a number 4, which is the same with the Just Yarn. It's also categorized as a number 4. This one is looser in the spinning, and it is, the cream cotton is, 87% cotton and 13% nylon. Now I have to tell you, wearing this hat yesterday, not that one because I just finished it, but I didn't get hot at all, you know. So cotton is definitely the way to go for a summer hat.
Wow.
I didn't get hot at all, and I had it on, and I had it on all day. It did not heat me up. I think if it was acrylic, I would have been dying.
Yeah.
But with this, it was great.
So you're taking 2 yarns together. What size hook are you using?
Oh, I used a G hook. So the first prototype is actually too big for my head. I can wear it, but it's loose. So when I'm outside, I'm like, ooh, don't let the wind blow, you know? So I had already known that when I came back, I was either going to go down a hook size or take out an increase. And so I first tried to go down to a 4.5. So G plus or number 7, depending on the brand, you know, it's a 4.5 millimeter. Mm-hmm. And I think it was the type. I was trying to use my Furls G plus, and it just was not giving me life. It was hard to get it through this. It just wasn't working well with this yarn. Mm-hmm. And I also think it was too small. So I went back to using it's actually a Susan base, the soft grip one in a H hook. And it just moved smoothly through the yarn. I don't know if it's cotton needs a metal hook or what, but it definitely wasn't happy with that wood hook from Furls. But yeah, I absolutely love how it came out. Now, I mean, it has a seam because eventually you'll see it on the pattern, but there's a point where I start going back and forth. But I actually don't mind the seam because the seam is straight. Like, it's not traveling. It is right there together. And
I'm picturing a really cool crocheted flower on there too. You could
put a flower. You could definitely put a flower. And you know, if you like a lot of, you can certainly put a flower. I love how that gray yarn is playing with that yellow yarn.
Yes, that is cool.
Playing beautifully.
And depending on what colors you put with what, it makes the hat totally different.
It really does. The other one, I didn't bring it over here, but it's way more light, like because I have white yarn. And so it's, you know, it's way more like brightly colored but this one is a little different. I like it. I do have plans to make of course, another one because I need to write down the pattern this time. So, it'll be a whole different color, but I'm very, very pleased with how it came out. Very pleased.
Yeah. It's really cool to make up your own colors like that. too.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Maybe that should be part of the pattern, if you know what I mean. Like incorporate that as making your own color, you know.
It's also the other thing I wanted to mention is that if you are someone, I know a lot of people do not like cakes, but here is a way to love a cake is to hold it together with a solid. And then if you're not even, you can't even tell when these colors change. So even if it's abrupt, you would not be able to tell because you are holding it together. I am a big fan of doing that. Or either holding two cakes together. I don't care. Like either way. But yeah, you can always make your own colors by doing that. And I'm very pleased with this one.
That's a great idea. That's wonderful. Lots of tips on today's show.
Linda Jean is saying, like, yeah, if you wanted to, you could do this. I am not someone who would necessarily wear a flower on a hat. Or I might. Maybe not on the bucket hat, but on a regular hat, I probably would. But she was talking about putting it on a clip, and you could take it on and off. So if you're in the mood for a flower, you put it on. If you're not in the mood for a flower, don't put it on. So that's also a way to go. Very, very good idea, Linda Jean. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Jean is also very full of great ideas and tips.
Yeah.
Look at this pattern though. Is this on here? Let me see if I can get this yarn out of this cake cover without tearing it up. Yeah, it is on here. So it's a really pretty pattern on here. And it's a crochet pattern. I don't know if you can see that. It's a really pretty pattern on that is on the thingy. Really.
I've seen that in the store when you pick up. Yeah, so I've seen it.
It's super pretty. Anyway, there you go. That is my finish, and I'm really planning for the rest of the year to try to get a couple of the things that are up here out into the world. So that was my plan to start that in July, and so this is the beginning of that.
That's cool.
Yes, Elma Clark, I will, once I make it one more time and write it down, I will definitely do a call for testers. So I think since you asked that, does that mean you want to be one? I hope so. I hope that's what it means. But yeah.
Looks like it. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I did not bring finish today. That's okay.
Yeah.
There's been times when Kim didn't bring one, but it's all because
most of last year
I showed my finish earlier. So there you go. Yeah. So, and it's been, I don't know why this week was so bad, but it was. So I'm going to jump right into Hook's happenings because we're running down to 10 minutes left.
Yeah, look at that. Almost done.
So Hook's happenings. What's going on? I have make-alongs on my live all the time. We're making, currently we are making something out of novelty yarn. So it's a novelty yarn challenge. You can pick any novelty yarn you like or you want to try, not necessarily like. And then you can pick your own pattern, and you have a couple more weeks. So there's plenty of time to join in. And I am working up a Which Way Filet, which is a fiber spider blanket with some, this yarn is very different. And first of all, it's full of flax, right? All kinds of flax.
Yeah.
Second of all, it is made up of thread, 7 or 8 strands of thread, and they're just laid flat. There they are.
Oh, okay.
Pulls right apart, splits very easily. And not only that, I feel that it's hard to weave in your ends. They just work themselves back out. I don't know why that is. But again, these were the big skeins, and they had the little skeins in the Michaels yesterday when I was looking. So I'm doing it in 2 colors. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to change color. And so that's going on. And then tomorrow, I've decided to just make another one of these little girl toddler hats on the show. So tomorrow morning, we're going to make that together. If you want to know, just bring scraps in an eye hook, 4 millimeter or 5 millimeter. No, no, eye hook, 5.5, and a 4 medium yarn. It's fine, just scraps. And yeah, so we're doing all kinds of stuff over there. We're doing socks now. Challenge to make socks. You get into that, and every month for the rest of the year, I'll be drawing some sock yarn to the winner of that.
All right, good people. If you're not already on Christy's channel and her Facebook group, that is the place to be, so that you can enter all of the things, and it will definitely be in the description box once the description box becomes available. I think it might be available immediately, and if it is, then you got to give me a minute because I didn't do the notes yet, so I'll do them as soon as we're done, and it will be there.
Yep. Oh, and July's coming up. We're doing a Christmas in July marathon type thing too. Bev from Beverly's Crafts got a package from me to make a stocking, and I gave her all the supplies to make that, the pattern, the yarn, and all that. And so in this bag here at my feet is a package from her that I haven't opened yet. So I guess there's some hints to what's in there. I don't know, but I'm making it in July. So the next video that I open it will be released on July 1st, and I'll work on that item throughout July for Christmas in July.
Yeah.
So you have a Christmas in July coming up too?
I do. It's unbelievable. I've been teasing this actually since January, I think. And here we are, gang. We are almost there to July 1st, where we are going to we're going to cast on our Christmas spirit gnome, which can be found here in this book. This is also available on Annie's in a digital form. You could buy the pattern separate, but why? Because it's the same price as buying the book, and the book is amazing. Now, I didn't check today to see if it was still available on Annie's. I hope it is. If not, it's also available on Kindle Unlimited on Amazon. So let me show you the Christmas spirit gnome. I think I would know the page by heart. A lot of you have already got your yarn together. I know I have mine together, but we're going to make this fellow right here. Now, the way I'm doing this, ours is really going to be, I want as many people as possible to make the same one as me. But I don't want people to not be able to participate because they can't get a hold of the pattern. So you can make another Christmas gnome. However, everybody who does the same as me will get 2 entries into the giveaway. Okay. And I know part of the giveaway for this is going to be a project bag. Okay. So it's going to be a Christmas holiday bag. I haven't made it yet. Okay. I haven't, but I have the fabric. So if you make the same one as me, you are going to get 2 chances at a prize. If you just make a Christmas gnome, you get 1 chance at a prize. Okay, so your name will get entered once. That is how we're going to do it for an incentive for those who already went out and bought this magazine so they can make the same one for me. But at the same time, I don't want to exclude anybody. So July 1st, I'm actually considering a live cast on. So a live cast on with Kim on July 1st. See if I can pull it off, guys. That's going to be what, Thursday of this week? I think. Wait. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's Friday. It's Friday, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to pull off a live cast on. We can start together. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, have fun with that. Great. Yeah.
That's the only happening that I brought.
Well, Needles at the Ready has their men's what do they call it? Hashtag let's hear it for the boys. Let's hear it for the boys.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time, don't
Yeah, so it's that time of year, and so what I, suggest is the easiest way is to make a pattern that a man wrote.
they? Yeah, like a
You
Ross
do
hat,
Ross hat, or
fiber
a
spider.
fiber spider pattern. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is. You
Yeah.
can do whatever pattern you want. But
Yeah.
if a man dyed the yarn that you're using, or a man wrote the pattern, then you are entered, and you just hashtag. It's probably Let's Hear It for the Boys 2022, but I don't know. You'll have to go over there and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Needles at the ready. I love those guys, Ray and Kevin.
Yep. And I forgot, I do have one more thing. I already mentioned as my favorite, my summer yarny YouTube hop. Well, the fall yarny YouTube hop. Listen, the girls are already people have been making their fall projects. Everybody is so excited. It's still open. If you are a creator and you want to join me, please reach out to me via email, thecraftynomad@outlook.com. In addition, if you are someone who created a summer project, just check my YouTube page, not my YouTube page. Post it over there on my Facebook group. I will do a drawing, and I will do a video separate to announce what that prize is going to be. Also check out my video, because if you comment down below, there's a prize for that, for the video where I revealed my projects. And so yeah, please, if you are a creator and you want to be a part of it, please reach out to me. There are people reaching out left and right, so it is growing, and I'm very excited about that. But yeah, be on the lookout for fall. I have so many ideas that I'm having to calm myself down because I can't do it all. All right, that's it.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's coming down to the last minute, Cam.
Yeah.
5 minutes left.
Yeah.
You guys have any questions or anything? Want to see anything more?
Yeah. Anybody want to jump up who hasn't had an opportunity to jump up? Please do.
Yeah, that's right. You got anything to show us? Anything you want to talk about? Oh yeah, Granny D said something about a bit of fabric glue when weaving the ends on something that's difficult.
Yeah, I was thinking, I haven't tried that yet, but I have often thought about it, because I think the same thing happens with the blanket yarn. Once you weave it in and then you wash it, you can see one of those little ends. I actually thought about with the blanket yarn, it's so thick. I was thinking about just taking some regular sewing thread and just securing the end, because it's really thick. It's,
Yeah.
Ravini, you can participate. What you do is you end up just putting your seasonal project as a picture on my Facebook group. Just post on my Facebook group, because I will look at everybody who posted a summer picture. You still have time. If you have a summer themed project, you can still put that up, because I haven't done the video or anything like that. So you still have time to enter. But yes, you can participate without having a channel. You can just put a seasonal project, any kind of yarny, whatever, crafty, thready, fabricy, fibery project up in my group, and I will definitely be drawing a winner. I did last time too.
That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful.
So
how many did you have? 16 people for that this time?
With this last time, it's funny. We started at we up until the very last reveal day, I had 16 people, and then Z from Zelda NRJ3, who she was originally one of the people who I had asked, and she didn't think she could pull it off, but her life changed up and she jumped in on the day of reveal. So we had 17 videos go up. And we have a couple of more people have reached out since. So it's already going to be, we're getting on up to 20 people. I think we're at 18 or 19, probably 19 by now. But I just want to say, I'm so impressed with some of these people. I'm trying to figure out how I can highlight each one. it's going to take me a while. So I'm probably going to talk about a few of them every time I come back on, just to highlight them because it was so amazing. I hope you guys watched it. Whoever didn't, if you haven't had a chance and you can get some time, please check out all of those videos because it is super inspiring. And, you know, patterns that you never thought about. You know, I think a couple people did Setta's pattern, so she was a star. You know, it was really great. You know, and not knowing each other was going to do it either. A couple people did the Sarah Satch hats. You know, didn't know each other were going to do it, but that's what came out. So,
Well, I got to tell you, that reminds me. I had been following Z for quite a while, and I like it when she goes to one of the stitches out there because I will never get to California stitches, you know, and I've watched her channel for a long time, and I love doing that lovey that she had done. So I always, you know, link her lovey pattern, things like that. But I've never ever had a comment or anything like that from her. And I think it was Thursday morning, I was going through my notifications and I looked again and I was like, what? Zelda NRJ3 commented on your video. And I'm like, get the heck out of here. Like, what? So yeah, that was really hilarious because I had never even known. I commented on her stuff before, but that was cool.
Yeah. Cool. She I'm sorry, Elma was asking, I made a playlist this time too. So you should be able to run right through the playlist. It's right there on my page. And it's cool. The playlist is nice because you just hit it and it just rolls through all of the videos. That's because I watched them all on the first day. I wish I kind of had to save them, and I had to work. So it was like, you know, and I was in clinic. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I watched all of them in the first day. Wow. So they're very enjoyable. It's such a cool thing to see everybody do. But yeah, she's fantastic. I'm glad that her life worked out. And then also Ella was Ella from No Catchy Name jumped on this time. She was also somebody who I asked in the beginning, and she was making a baby, you know, so she was making and having a baby right at the spring spot. So she couldn't do it, but she jumped right on this time, and it's been great. It's been great.
That's wonderful. There's one other thing I thought of when you were talking, and I was like, what was it? Can't remember. I don't know if I mentioned it last time or not, but the Hobby or Hobby bingo game.
Yeah.
We had a winner, and it's one of our friends. Yeah, Latoya won. So if you don't have the Hobby bingo game on your cell phone or whatever, it is an app. You go to hobby.com, you go in your Play Store for your phone, go to your app store and find Hobby and get that app and just play bingo. It's on Sundays. You never know. You might win something.
What did Latoya win?
She won lots of yarn.
Oh my God. Did she post a picture anywhere, Latoya? If you're still here, please post a picture somewhere. I want to see what you won. When you get it, I don't know if you got it all yet, but whenever
she got it, it was the grand prize on one
Oh my gosh. Oh, send me a picture. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right, good people.
She says they send her a lot.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I want to see it. Please share.
Great. So yeah, everybody's getting lucky there, but it is real. It is a real game. The big company that has this idea. I would love to have that bingo app that they have. That would be cool.
Yeah, so you could play a game.
Games, so I could promote that as a game on my channel. That would be great. No, but I don't know how to do it.
Oh yeah, Granny D's giving y'all all the hints, y'all. If you really want to do it, put an alarm on so you can play.
You got to make sure you're logged in before the clock gives out the game cards, because then you won't be in the first game.
Well, she probably has her alarm set early, huh?
3 winners each game, and you don't want to miss out on the first game.
And it sounds like it's worth it. And Latoya saying they sent her so much yarn. So it sounds like it's worth playing. I'm gonna have to put the thing on my phone. If I have time, I will definitely.
Because you don't even have to pay attention. It just goes on its own.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
That works. Okay. All right,
That's-
people. It's 11:04. And yeah, I think we're done for the day, guys.
We are.
Been fun. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging in here with us. A lot of folks went live this morning. I noticed, and so I really appreciate you guys spending some of your time with us. Nancy just popped in time to say goodbye. Thank you so much, though. Let's see. Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Sandy from Left is Right Crochet just popped in. I really appreciate you coming in at the last minute just to say hi. Thanks for letting us know you were here. Just be on the lookout. I don't know what this show is going to look like over the next several months, but it will look like something. So just hang in there. We will figure it all out, and or I will figure it all out, and I will let you guys know. But anyway, we love you all.
Take a moment out of each day. Be creative. Bye from the East Coast.
And I'm signing off from the West Coast. This is Kim the Crafty Nomad. Until we meet again, keep it crafty. Bye, gang. All right. Well, I'm still not gone yet. Sorry.
I know. I know.
I hit end. It's not ending. Okay, here we go.